Hey, welcome. I'm Diana Braun, founder of the Knee Zone. I am joined today by Dr. Raj Sinha, my husband.
So as Diana said, I am her husband. My name is Raj Sinha. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I've been in practice now for 29 years. I have had the pleasure of taking care of hundreds of thousands of patients uh, over those almost 2.5, 3 decades. I've specialized in hip and knee replacement specifically, and I've also had the privilege to design hip and knee replacement devices that have been used worldwide. We estimate about 1.5 million people around the world are walking around with implants that I helped to invent, create, or design. So I know a little bit about the subject. I've also been involved in a lot of the cutting edge stuff that's come about over the last 2 decades or so. I think one of the questions that we're going to talk about is something that is allegedly new, but not so new. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. You want to read
Yeah.
out the question?
Yeah. We had two questions that came in on posts before this. So we're going to answer those two first. So I want to talk to Maureen about sleeping after surgery. So you're a side sleeper like I am. Yeah, it's rough. Because when we put our knees together and curl up, that hurts a lot. So I know if you're used to sleeping on your side and someone tells you just like, oh, we'll sleep on your back, it's not that easy. Definitely wasn't for me. It was really, really hard. Some of the things that I did that gave me some relief, Maureen, is I would make sure before I went to bed, the last thing I did were some PT exercises, especially that bike, that movement, to try and calm down the nerves in my body before they get too tight, like staying in one position too long. Ice as close as to bed as you possibly can. I don't know, Maureen, if you want to drop when your surgery was, I can add a couple other suggestions. I do have, I don't have them in here right now. I would use like these really squishy, I don't know if you guys like, there's these plushy toys that all the kids want right now. They're like these squashmallow things, but a really squashy pillow in between your knees. I had to experiment. Like you brought home like a stuffed animal from a bank one day. I'm like, ooh, this is really squishy. That really helped me
That
for
actually
a
worked
while.
out.
It really worked. So you got to find the right squish factor for you. A regular pillow is normally too big. I've had success using like the airline blow up neck pillows or those. You can try that. I think that that was really helpful for me. And then, you know, I would take sleep medication. I'm proud to say I need sleep because I was going to go crazy and I had to get sleep. It does get better. I think for me, it was around, and again, remember, I'm the crazy one. I did both knees at the same time. So my recovery took a little bit longer. And because I had both done, it was harder. But for most people I coach, somewhere around 3 to 4 months, you're back to sleeping on your side without a lot of problems. And again, you're still going to do some PT at night. You're still going to experiment with things, but it does get better. On and on. Anything you want to add on that
Sure.
other than you had to deal with me every night
No, you,
complaining?
you were fine. So historically, again, 25 years ago, I never heard patients complain about sleep. Why? Because we didn't have multimodal pain management. We didn't have nerve blocks. All we had was narcotics, and narcotics knock you out. And so people would take narcotics all day long. They'd sleep all day. They'd sleep all night. Once we started these rapid recovery protocols, and there's benefit to that, obviously, sleep became an issue. And what I have found is that people commonly will say to me, patients, that during the day they feel great. They have no pain. The knee is fine. It's doing great. But at night, oh my God, the aching, the throbbing, it keeps them up. They don't know what to do about it. And I think the reason is because patients are more active now than they were 25 years ago, shortly after their surgery. And so the muscle pain that you're getting is
So
really
we're
the
breaking the
aching.
rules after surgery.
What rules?
The being active after surgery.
No, no, we
Oh.
want you to be active. But it's always a balancing act, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to overdo it because that's beating the knee up.
Yep.
You don't want to underdo it because you're not getting enough. You got to find that sweet spot. You got to be Goldilocks, just find it just right for you. And that's going to be different for everybody. But what I tell people is if you're still taking anti-inflammatories, make sure you time it to be like about an hour before bed because that anti-inflammatory really helps with the achy pain And I think when we sort of reshuffled your timing of your medications, that
Yeah.
helped you get sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I planned my whole day of if my goal was to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to take that last anti-inflammatory dose at 9, an hour before. So then I would literally go backwards in my day. Okay, well, if I'm taking this every 4 hours, then minus 4 hours. And when was I taking the first dose? And then something else 6 hours. And so I was actually planning my whole pain medication from when I wanted to hope to go to bed. So, Maureen, give that a try. I hope that was helpful for you. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll be again soon. Thanks.